BJP is celebrating 9 years of Modi Sarkar, or government at the centre. Prime Minister Modi's charisma has won most elections for the BJP at the national and state levels. There has been a record. There is no gainsaying that fact. However, the recently concluded Karnataka elections do not seem to say what has oft been repeated. Modi hai to mumkin hai. PM Modi's immense popularity was clearly not enough to salvage the BJP, particularly in Karnataka. Modi's roadshow is proof enough the kind of fan following that he has, both politically and even otherwise. Now, an editorial in RSS-mouthpiece Organiser, which analysed BJP's defeat in Karnataka, says that the charisma of Prime Minister and the utility of Hindutva as ideological glue would not be sufficient for the BJP to win elections without a strong leadership and effective delivery at the regional level. This article also highlights the corruption charges against the BJP-led government in Karnataka and also anti-incumbency as key factors for having lost the elections. Is Modi factor alone not really enough to win elections for the BJP? Does the party need to up its ante ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Let's talk about this particular topic. And you know, it's almost like reversing a paradigm. It's like exploding a myth which had actually become reality. Brijesh, you know, because it's an organizer story, it gains a lot of credence because Modi hai to mumkin hai. And I'm not just speaking about the organizer, but you know, even political experts, analysts had always said that the Modi charisma is such that it breaks all barriers. So what has really changed? Has Karnataka made the change inevitable?
I would say, Sudha, that, you know, for long I have been a believer in the fact that, like in the last year and a half, that, you know, the regional card dents Modi's popularity. Regional card in the sense the regional parties like TMC and others who are very strong electorally, they take on Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his popularity, and are able to defeat BJP. Same happens in Delhi and couple of other places. And the regional leadership of Congress party. If the Congress leadership, the central leadership doesn't tinker much or doesn't make statement which kind of makes the path of the regional leadership queer, the performance of the regional leaders and the Congress state unit is much better than what the central leadership would have envisaged or would have helped them to gain ground. This was shown in Himachal Pradesh, where, you know, Rahul Gandhi's presence in Himachal Pradesh was minimum. In Karnataka also it was not to that level where, you know, you can say that Rahul Gandhi played a stellar part in the scripting Congress's emphatic victory. And I think, you know, what this article says is something which is being debated within the BJP circle for quite a while now, about how can you just do away with the leadership, state leadership, just because you want to effect a change. Right. And when do you effect the change?
Right.
Not right before the election. And you know, the way they went about B.S. Yedurappa, the way they went about many things, I think what Organiser is writing is something which is out in the open.
Right. You know, the Organiser, for the first time, we all think that the mouthpieces are actually mouthpieces, but apparently not. Because it has said very clearly that the charisma is waning off, and as of now it seems like it was proven in Karnataka, the BJP really needs to hit the ground running and really be focusing on local issues. Your viewpoint, does the Organiser surprise you, Gautam?
Well, I think I really like the Organiser article. It's blunt. It's stated it like it is. It doesn't really go as far as I would like, because I think the BJP has been ignoring its shortcomings for quite a while. Bengal, where exactly what the Organiser said, the local organization has to be strong. They are not ruling, of course, in Bengal, but it has to hold up its end of the stick, which it completely failed in. Himachal, with Nadda coming from Himachal, what a mess. And then Karnataka.
You said it. I'm sorry, Gautam, I have to really pat my colleague. I can't reach to him. Maybe I should go across and pat him. But Brijesh always said, Sudha, don't forget, Nadda is from Himachal. But what happened? Go on, Gautam.
Well, you know, Himachal he lost, and then the BJP glossed it over. The High Command glossed it over. Karnataka, not a word out of the High Command. Look at the route. Congress has come back like it never left, at least as far as Karnataka went. And still, the whole point is you cannot just rely on Modi and Shah to come and do a blitzkrieg. You've got to do some work on the ground. And corruption, which was meant to be, the hallmark of BJP, that we are na khane dunga and all that. What happened? What happened? It went on for months and nobody did a thing. What happened to Shah? What happened to Nadda? What happened to the big man himself?
Suresh, we were discussing the organizer article. We just spoke to Gautam also, where the organizer has written very clearly that the BJP really needs to do a few things. One, not really rely on Modi's charisma forever, because they have the context, of course, the kernel of it is Karnataka, because it's not worked in Karnataka. Also, how corruption charges really kind of stymied all the chances that the BJP had. And also the third thing is that it needs to really focus on the local issues. So do you think it's a rap on the knuckle, as it were, because the organizer, as we know, has a kind of, gravitas? I mean, it is like looking at it almost like the two of you, Gautam and Suresh, like political analysts.
Well, let me do a different spin here. This is something that I've heard over the last 5-6 years within the BJP, is that Prime Minister Modi doesn't really bend backwards for the RSS. Now, the reason being that he's slightly senior to Mohanji Bhagwat, and he doesn't really you don't see the trips to Nagpur happen often, as was the case before. Maybe Vajpayee regime or even before that. Now, there's a reason for it. The reason is that BJP all along felt that RSS was its bulwark. It was a booth management of the RSS, the do parchi system that worked. And knowing Prafulla Ketkar well, I think he has basically tried to tell BJP, look, you cannot depend on Modi alone to win you the elections. And this is something that we have been all saying, isn't it? That Modi cannot win you the elections. For example, the BJP doesn't even go to the RSS now to get the list uploaded. One time it was to be a big thing that the list of candidates had to go to the RSS headquarters and get approval. Whether it really goes there or not is a different matter, as long as people like BL Santosh are sitting in the electoral committee room or whatever the election committee room and deciding who the candidates will be. But I think what has happened now is that they're trying to pull Modi a bit back to tell him, boss, you depend on us, because if you don't depend on us, you cannot do what you want. I mean, there has been instances where Amit Shah had his way in selecting certain people, selecting certain issues.
Right.
And the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. At ground level, I heard this murmur among the BJP Karyakartas saying that, look, you ignored your core voter base. I think that is what the most important thing. That is where I differ with, Ketkar, because it's BJP has ignored its core voter base. It has gone after Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which is not what the party wants. The party cadre wants something else. The party cadre feels like we have been short-charged. We are another Congress party now. The culture of Congress has crept into BJP. 2 days earlier, I'm in Hyderabad, and naturally I'm out of the city. I work in the city. Two BJP ministers came to address. One was the leader and one was the BJP minister. I don't take the names. They called a social influencers meet. At 5 o'clock, the minister lands up at 4 o'clock for a change, addresses the meeting, and by the time the entire crowd comes in, he's gone. Now, the people who took leave or, got out of the work day, it was a working day, they felt damn angry because they said, look, we have been short-charged. We're coming here to help out the BJP, and these people don't even prefer to wait for us. Same thing happened day before yesterday. Again, one more meeting. And here again, it is not a minister, very, very senior person of the BJP. Don't want to name him again. He came, addressed, and then suddenly they said, no, he's got a flight to catch to Delhi, so he's going off. Now, imagine the state of the people who come there. And this is where BJP needs to be extremely careful, that it needs to first take care of its cadre.